case where there's a lot at stake, of course, talking about the murder trial of Christopher Gregor. He's the New Jersey dad charged with murdering his 6-year-old son by forcing him to do those abusive treadmill workouts. You know, yesterday, Misty, we talked to you about this. We thought he would possibly testify. Then we've learned he will not testify. Talk about that decision and what it means as this case moves forward.
So from a defense perspective, it's always going to be a game time decision. The defendant is actually the one that ultimately makes the determination about whether to testify. The lawyers, of course, meet with the defendant, explain the pluses and the minuses to taking the stand. There's a reason why a lot of defendants do not elect to do it. And that's because a whole slew of other evidence can potentially come in to impeach that defendant. And so there's a lot of risk that comes with it. Of course, it's a calculation, and it's a calculated risk. Sometimes testifying may be, and this is what we spoke about yesterday, it may be the Hail Mary. It may be that the jury really needs to hear from this defendant. I believe that when push came to shove and the defense attorneys were meeting with the defendant in this case, they said, you know what, let's focus on the forensic evidence, the failure of prosecutions to reach their burden and not take those risks to testify, and focus on the more technical elements in hopes of raising reasonable doubt or getting a hung jury.
You know, my last question for you, Misty, and I want to talk about some of that testimony. There was a forensic pathologist, well-known forensic pathologist yesterday testifying that the little boy's death, Corey McShane's death, was due to sepsis caused by pneumonia. Now, that testimony contradicts the prosecution's expert testimony. How much weight does this testimony potentially carry?
This is what we call battle of the experts. So the defense has presented an expert who's talking about alternate causation to the death of the victim. And in his testimony, he said, number one, the death could have been caused by the actual resuscitation at the hospital. This is something we've heard before in child abuse cases or in general abuse cases. It challenges causation. It's not an uncommon defense, although it's something that's difficult for the jury to swallow, because the jury will say to themselves, well, why is that person in the hospital to begin with? So that's number one. He also said that there was this underlying pneumonia, as you just said, and that other doctors might not have been aware of it, but it existed, and ultimately it was complications that caused his death, and therefore not the alleged abuse. And then the third is that there's actually a child's unexplained death syndrome, similar to SIDS or sudden infant death syndrome, but happens with children. So all of this is to raise reasonable doubt and to contend with the experts and medical examiners who testified for the prosecution. But I gotta say, I think when we actually see the jury instructions, when it comes down to causation, it doesn't just stop with that technical what caused the death. It's how did this child get into that hospital bed? And that's something the jury is going to think about. And keep in mind, they've seen the video. Common sense is not left at the door. You go into that jury room utilizing common sense. So we'll see how this comes out. But from a defense perspective, you're looking for a hung jury.
Yeah, so many tough elements in both cases, certainly in this last case. All right, legal analyst, trial attorney Misty Marris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.